We're live. We're live.
Howdy, howdy.
I got my beautiful wife here with me today, Marissa Craycraft. Say hello.
Hello. Really?
All right, let's get into this. What is something people don't see that goes on into your work? Well, first off, tell everybody what you do. Tell me what you do. What do you do for a living?
I professionally tame animals at the circus.
Do you really?
Yes.
Holy shit, I did not know that. What type of animals?
Lions, tigers,
Really?
a little bit of everything. Camels.
Wow. See, this is why I wanted to do these podcasts, because I want to learn about people, and I did not know that about you, and I've been with you for like 10 years. Never even knew that.
Nobody really knows that about me.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. What else?
I've done hair technically since 2012.
Okay. How many years is that? 14? It's 2025.
Yes. Yeah. So I went to Shawnee, but I went to CTC my junior and senior year of high school for the cosmetology program.
Why did you want to do hair?
Ever since I was little, I was attracted to hair, makeup, nails, girly things.
That's cool.
I always knew I wanted to do hair.
Nice. Here's some of my dummy questions I got. What's something people don't see that goes on into your work? Your hair work. You want an easier question first?
No, something that people don't see that goes into it.
Yeah. Like people with me, they don't see all the stenciling and designing and preparing and all that I do.
I don't think people see the skill that it takes to do hair. I think a lot of people think hairstylists are stupid. They see it as it's not a real job, that they just curl hair, but hairstylists have to know the color wheel, chemistry,
I know,
formulas.
you literally put chemicals on the hair.
Yeah, you got
that could damage somebody.
Yeah, it's not just dumb girls curling hair all day. So I feel like the general public, they just don't see that it is a skill, and there is a lot of education and knowledge, and there's a lot that goes into putting color on the hair and doing hair in general.
And you can make a lot of money in it. A lot of people think that hairstylists don't make any money.
Yeah.
Which is hard to make money, but you do make a lot of money.
You have to be consistent, and you have to like doing it too to really see the money.
Right, like a passion. Mm-hmm. If you could be doing anything else, what would you be doing besides hair?
I guess I've never really thought about it.
Oh, wow, you're a loser. Okay.
Oh, yeah, is that right?
No. All right. What's a weird habit or ritual you do before you go to work? Do you have any? What's your morning routine look like? Tell everybody how that goes. Or at least how it used to go. It's gotten a lot better.
My mornings?
Yeah.
I like to get up early. I love the mornings. The mornings are a fresh start every day for me.
Yeah.
You open your eyes. Not a lot of people get to wake up the next day, so I feel grateful. I feel like it's a new beginning every day, and I like to take full advantage of that and be productive and wake up smiling and ready to tackle the day. And I want everybody around me to be in that same energy.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
If not, a train's coming their way.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's a typical day in your life look like?
A typical day in my life is...
Yeah, the life of Marissa.
Every single day is a different day. Today's different than yesterday, and today will be different than tomorrow will be. Every day's different. I don't have set work hours. The lifestyle that I live is unique. My schedule's all over the place. I do a lot. I also have a lot of time off of work as well. I don't have a traditional work lifestyle.
Right. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do?
put my contacts in so I can see.
Oh, yeah, that's
so I
smart.
can see what I'm doing.
All right. What
Or-
about the second thing?
I
Because
may-
you're up before me, so I don't know what you do in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Who you run out and give a kiss to in the morning, like tell them good morning at work. And
I wake up, put my contacts in, make your coffee,
I know.
and run me a bath.
And you make
normally.
a very good coffee, which I really want my coffee now, actually.
Take
Wonder
a
where it's at.
bath, get ready.
Yeah.
I like to have time in the morning at my own pace to get myself together and breathe or read or sit, hang out before my day gets going.
I've been liking getting in the ice bath every morning. That's hard to do. Every night before I go to bed, I'm telling myself I'm not getting in that ice. But then the morning comes, I feel like I have to.
Well, these last 6 months, all them cold showers I was urging you to do would have helped
I know.
prepare for this.
They really would have. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you could go back 10 years, what advice would you give yourself? 10 years that's before you met me.
Ding.
Oh, wow. So you're saying you wouldn't be with me?
I'm joking. If I could go back 10 years and tell myself what?
If you could go back in 10 years, what advice would you give yourself? Tough question. Or you just like how everything's played out so far?
I don't know that I would change anything because it's the experience that you learn from, that you grow from. Mistakes is where you grow and mold a lot. Just maybe stay calm and everything will work out. It's one day at a time.
Yeah.
You can only worry about tomorrow, not next week. So
Right.
you got to just only worry about what you can control. Just one day at a time.
I think if I could take myself back 10 years, I would save more money. I wouldn't splurge on nonsense. I wouldn't do like 100 things. I wish 10 years ago I would have been driven in like tattoos. Because like I always dabbled in painting, dog walking, lawn. I wish I would have just buckled down into one thing and gave it all.
Like me.
Yeah, just like you. What's next for you in your projects and goals? I know you have a lot of projects. So what's next?
My next
adventure in life
is to get a van. I want to get some type of van where I can put a bed and like a miniature fridge, microwave, a travel thing. So
you're going to take the circus on the road?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the next step for my circus career.
Oh, okay.
Like to have the van to travel on that. But I want to get a van because I want to be free on. I no longer want to work weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. For the last 10 years, I've worked pretty much 9 out of 10 weekends, and I just don't want to do that anymore. So if my weekends are free, and as I said earlier, I have a non-traditional work schedule, so traveling through the week as well too, just take random days off.
Right.
One point of being self-employed is a big benefit of that is to run your own schedule.
Right.
And that's another thing I don't fully take advantage of, that I would like to take a random week off here and there.
Right. Because that's the benefits of being self-employed, is the freedom that it gives you.
Yes, exactly. But I wanted to get some type of van, like a Sprinter van that I can convert into a living unit where it can go to like campgrounds and things like that. Where I can just get in the vehicle, but it's also the home on wheels, save money traveling, and see new things.
Are you going to plan to make money on the road, or are you going to just plan for now? It's just like a vacation
for
on
now
wheels?
It will just be a vacation on wheels. It'll be just leisure, fun, play. But the long-term goal is to get rid of the house and absolutely everything that I own and be in a upgraded on-the-road unit where I can put everything into one and eliminate completely my grounded life here and have where I can make money on the road.
Where
so
you're just free.
where I can make money on the road. And also being an entrepreneur, any entrepreneur can see a million ways to make money.
Right.
So you're not just stuck in at this one address for 40 hours a week for 50 years of your life.
That's why it's so important to be creative, because you can get creative and sell anything. You can go thrifting and find stuff.
Yep.
And
so the end goal is to be in a nice rig unit, something to where it's a non-traditional lifestyle, non-traditional mortgage, save money, utilities.
what are you going to do about a shop? How are you going to make money on the road? What's like, because you do hair now, how can you make money on the road doing that? Are you able to pop into other shops like tattoo artists and do like guest spots and like
Yes,
take
actually,
walk-ins?
yes, you can. So like if
Or
you're
seminars?
yeah, so if you're traveling, you
That'd be something
can.
smart to do seminars.
If you know where you're going to go, I mean, you could contact salons in that area and just pay for a day booth. Now, that's given if they have that available, like
Right.
that open.
I'm sure most do. Though.
That's one option, but that's something that I don't see myself doing. I think first and foremost, maybe in Springfield here or where we're at currently, Ideally, I would like to travel for the first 3 weeks out of the month and then just have all of my appointments the last week of the month. I'd be able to do that eventually down the road, because if you eliminate all of your bills by being on the road that way, you'll save so much money, so
Right.
you can afford to have those weeks off. And then in that week span, make all of your money, put all your appointments to 1 week, and then that's right before the first. Take what you've accumulated, pay your bills, and then you're free for the next 3 weeks. And then you can also stack money.
What would be nice
way as well.
doing that too is that work week is going to fly by, because it's going to be so jam packed,
And
and you're going to make so much
yes.
money in 1 week.
And then also, I mean, being a hairstylist, you can get into educating.
right,
You can work online. You can
you can do podcasts like this.
You can do hair podcasts, or doesn't even have. It could be what you see in the world of hair, like
Right.
on the other side of the chair. Like
I
what?
have questions for that.
Like imagine my side of the chair, the standing
Right.
side of the chair. That could be an endless podcast in itself.
I know.
Yeah.
What type of tolls does it take on your body standing for that long in one spot, and on your mind? Because when I'm done tattooing, that first hour or two after I'm done tattooing, my brain is so foggy, I can't even think straight or listen.
So when I do hair, it's
Because it's got to be stressful, because one, women talk so much, and two, you're trying not to fuck their hair up, and three, you got to figure out what you're going to charge them,
right.
on top of just all your other day-to-day problems.
Yeah, because you're doing something serious. So in their point of view, they're coming in excited, ready to relax, to look different when they leave, to
Which
feel
is-
better,
yeah.
to feel more confident, which for me is very rewarding, but also
Because it's a pleasure for them. And
Yeah,
then you
but
get to be
also-
that person.
I am at work. So it's not fun in that way for me, because I have the pressure to give them a good service, and there can be a lot of distractions. So I do
Right.
want to make sure that I'm focused and thinking and do the service. That way they leave happy. So
Right. That would be hard. Especially when they got to look at
But-
you, because you're a big distraction.
but how I feel doing hair all day, I feel fine. A lot of times if it's very busy, so I don't know about other people, but when I'm doing hair, I don't hurt at all. My hands don't hurt, my arms don't hurt, my legs don't hurt. But as soon as I get home and relax,
As soon as you sit on the couch.
yeah, from my waist to my thighs to my calves to my feet, they throb really bad. And it all hits me at once. So normally I will go take a bath, and then if that, a very hot bath. And if that doesn't help, sometimes I take an ibuprofen, but normally the bath helps and my aches and stuff, and I feel a lot better. But overall, it's not too bad. It's important to wear comfortable shoes to work.
Right. Do you think exercising helps with that? Or do you think it helps you with your mind?
Both.
Expand on that, please. How does it help your mind? Because when we go to the gym, it's a struggle for us to get started You think you'd do better working out in the evenings? That'd be cool to be in a van, and then we traveled and we did new gyms everywhere we went. That would be so fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like Planet Fitnesses, different ones.
I don't know. Me personally, I like to be home in the evenings or doing family stuff in the evenings. I like going to the gym better in the mornings. I do prefer that, but also my brain has a hard time doing that because all I can think about is I need to get to work and make my money and get that day started.
So the work
First.
is it an obsession to do the work, or is it an obsession to fill that void of like you need money, like in your brain?
Yeah, like it's not an obsession. It's just priority wise, I just need to get in. Today's a new day. What do you do every day? You have to go to work and make money. So I'd rather go in early and make my money and get out early.
Right.
So, but I like to go to the gym best in the morning. So it's like
Out of the way.
my brain
Yeah.
kind of fights itself, I guess.
I'd actually like to dip in the ice bath and then go straight to the gym. I think that'd feel nice.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years in the hair world or in your work field? Do you see yourself on the road within 5 years? Traveling?
In 5 years, let's see. In 5 years, I see myself on the road 50% of the time. Well, I mean, as soon as like a year, I'd like to do that. But 5 years, I would still probably have my house in that time, half and half. But definitely anything, past that point or 10 years, I don't want to have a house. I want to be traveling. And that doesn't have to mean super far away either. Right. I do have young kids and dogs, so that is also a factor of when and how much you can do at a time as well.
Why do you not want a house no more? Why would you rather downsize and just live in a van down by the river?
First off, it's not just a van. Like I would live in a van is like your younger years.
Right.
Like while you can still bend and move and climb and easily go, like that's your younger years. Like that's where you can travel the world fast like that. But the end game is like a nice big roomy motorhome.
Right.
But
how easy is it?
I'm trying to answer your first question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the host of the show.
Well,
I brought you on.
You can't ask 1,000 questions and not let the person finish.
You're right. I'm sorry. Please expand.
So, I have always been an outcast. Always. Ever since I was young. So, that kind of falls into still related to that. Like, I don't.
You're a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I don't want
tied down.
I like a lot of like traditional values and things like that, but I don't like. And I wouldn't.
Traditional American.
I wouldn't
life.
even call it the traditional American life. I think it's more brainwashing. Like, you have to work 9 to 5. You have to work 5 days a week. You have to have a mortgage. You have to pay that mortgage for 30 years. You got to do this. Yeah, so you pay your mortgage and then maybe retire and then you die in 10 years if you make it that long.
The average person dies in 10 years after they retire.
Yeah, so I don't think it's just not for me. There's other ways to live and I see those ways.
I think that'd be really cool to travel constantly.
And you can't control, your mortgage and property tax stuff increasing.
Right.
Electrical bills, all of these things you have no control over.
And what's nice about being in a van, it's a fixed payment. Your payment doesn't fluctuate
and there's
like a house.
There's just other options, and there can be luxury too in traveling and the freedom and living in vans, motorhomes, anything like that too.
What would you miss about a home if you gave it up? I know you don't technically know everything because you've never done the van life yet, but what are some of the things you'd miss about the home?
I'm sure some people probably struggle with identity, like of having a home
Right, because
base.
people claim you as homeless.
I mean, I guess,
But you're
like,
not. You're choosing to live that way.
what would you miss?
Me personally, I'd miss like the memories of the house, seeing the kids run down the hallway, having a yard with a pool in it, the dogs. But when you're in a van,
Yeah,
the
but
world is your backyard.
I mean, but you could have a pool in your backyard 24/7 at any campground and any
Right.
year-round nice weather
Right.
campground.
Or gym. Gyms have pools.
I don't know that I have an answer to that question.
You think America is turning into that type of nation where people want to live a van, camping, freedom, nature life? Or you think it's going the opposite way and we're getting farther and farther down a rabbit hole of AI and technology?
I think it's going the opposite way. I think there's a lot of brainwashed people that can hear one thing, see one thing, and think that just because you're approved for a $350,000 house that you have to max that and you have to get that most expensive thing.
It's like a credit card.
Yeah, so it's like there's not a lot of education in schools about other options and trade schools and
school didn't teach me shit.
And buying homes and doing all this. So I think there's a lot of people that do want to live non-traditionally in motorhomes and camping and that type of stuff. But I also believe there's more people that are will be stuck in mortgages with high interest, and in today's market, buying at these prices, they're never going to see money out of it, and they're never going to get what's worth out of it if they do want to leave.
You got to buy high. So no matter if you buy a house now and the price goes up, you sell that for a profit, but you then have to dump all of that money into a house that's overpriced.
Right.
So you're never really making any money off of a house unless you do your type of living,
right,
where you pay for a van outright and then you pocket all your money and you live off of that.
Mm-hmm.
What does success mean to you now versus what it did when you first got out of trade school? Did you enjoy trade school?
Yes, I enjoyed it because I knew that going to a trade school while still in high school, that I was going to have an advantage to start my career sooner than a lot of people, and I saw that as a great opportunity. I've always wanted to be independent and kind of run my own thing, do my own thing, and I'm able to do that with hair.
Do you think you could ever have a regular job?
No.
Why not?
Because I've been my own boss for so long that
ain't nobody telling you what to do.
I just would not deal with it. I don't care. Again, I'm the outcast and the customer is not always right.
Right.
And I couldn't be at a job that I'm told that, because people at these jobs, the customer's right. You got to kiss their ass. You got to do whatever you got to do to please them. And
for them to be assholes to you still.
That's the problem. You create entitled, rude, and ignorant people time and time again, that you're creating the public to be this way without even realizing it.
And treating service people like shit.
Yeah, and that's not normal and it's not acceptable.
Yeah. You think you would want to live on like a hippie plantation where there's like 40 people that are van lifers, but you all get together at the end of the night to a bonfire and you eat out of the same chili bowl and sing songs?
No.
No, that's not your type of freedom life.
No, I don't. Okay. Really, I don't like people, so that was an instant turn off for me.
Oh, okay. No. When I said people?
Yeah, I don't want to meet up with a group of people at the end of my day or night.
Right, okay.
Or eat out of the same chili bowl.
What's a moment in your journey that really changed things for you?
My journey as
just
hair in general.
life.
Ask me again, what is it?
What is, what's a moment in your journey that really changed things for you? Like a fork in the road that made you go this way, or was it Paisley?
Yeah, I think what immediately comes to my mind is becoming a mother, like a parent. I had Paisley when I was 19, and I've always been kind of like, even before I had a child, the mom of the friend group, like organized, aware of my surroundings, like together, all that type of stuff. But when I had Paisley, I had like a change of time that
Did it instantly make you feel like you had to grow up or mature?
I didn't really feel that way because I feel like I was mature. Like, I don't feel like, oh, I was young and dumb and then had a kid and I just got mature, because I really was very mature when I had her. I feel like more than anything, it kind of opened my eyes. I guess I really didn't have a purpose until then. So that changed everything. So now I finally have a purpose as to, it is important to make good decisions and just to continue my career, even though I'm having a child, and I just graduated just a year ago, that I still needed to do my career. I can't just have this kid and then put it off and then not do my career. Like, it was important for me to continue that so that I would be successful.
Right. And most people fuck up there and they give it up.
And I still wanted to follow my dream. So that was important to me.
What type of thoughts in that were you having before you were pregnant? Like, what was your goals and mindset before you had to really dial in? And
I mean, during that time, I was fresh out of high school. I was fresh in my very first salon, and I was very goal-oriented and very optimistic of my future and where I was going to be, and just thinking about all the future hair that I'll get to do. And really just, I had my eye on growing to eventually have my own salon one day and do my own thing.
That's no longer a major priority in your life now? Owning a shop type of thing? Yeah,
now that I have done that for years and got on that side of it, I do prefer to booth rent over that now, because as a booth renter, you are an independent contractor. So you still do run your own business and set your own rules, do your own pricing. Pretty much you are your own boss. You're just renting from somebody.
Right.
Me personally, I do like that better, as long as the environment's healthy. I do like that better, because any management position you get, it's more work. You got to pick up work from people who are slacking. You got
to try to motivate unmotivated people.
And that's just not possible. And then there's just a lot more financial and mental, and just everything's more intensified. And if you can avoid that, why not?
Right. Which that goes into the freedom.
Yep. And my kids are young, so I want to be able to enjoy that time with them instead of managing other people.
Right. Yeah, because they're more important. I say we get ready and wrap this up. What is something you can tell an entrepreneur if they're on the fence about taking the leap on their journey? What's some advice you can give them? Or just a person that feels like an outcast, that feels like their identity is hidden?
That you can't listen to what other people say, because no matter what you do, somebody's always going to have something to say about you, because people are miserable. So,
and miserable people make you more miserable.
Yep. So to go for it, just because your mom, aunt, or sister went to cosmetology school and dropped out or didn't make money or whatever the case is for them, doesn't mean that you can't be successful doing that. It is hard work. It's dedication. Consistency is key. Regardless of what it is, you have one life, and you need to live that life the way you want to live that life, because nobody else is in your shoes, and we're all here one time, and it's important to live your journey how you see that that's fit.
Yep. Well, there you guys have it. That was Marissa Craycraft. Go follow her on Facebook, Instagram. She works out at Outcast Artistry in Springfield, Ohio. Get your hair done by her. Follow me, Caleb
Especially
Craycraft.
a Vivid.
Yep, she's a Vivid
Love
hairstylist
Vivid coloring.
specialist. You want bright blue, pink hair? She's your girl. All right, we out of here.
Peace.